Realmatic, right back at it. We're all Relentless TV, and today I'm here with my boy Danny the Don.
Yes, sir.
Now, Danny, I'm hearing, bro, you've been making music for over double-digit years now. You feel me? 25?
I'm 25 currently. Yeah.
25. All right, so 25 from Greensboro.
Mm-hmm.
You've been making music for 12 years now. Tell us a little bit about like coming up out of the city of Greensboro and your journey so far.
It might be a little longer than 12 years, to be honest. I first started writing songs when I was like 8. And I put out my first song when I was 12, so that's like 13 years. But growing up in Greensboro, it's a good background as far as, you know, I was blessed to have both my parents. I had a good support system. I'm an only child, so, you know, they support everything I do.
Okay.
So even when it was times that my pops, because he really ain't into hip-hop, but when I showed interest and showed that I really wanted to do this, he got me my equipment at a young age, and I was recording myself. So Greensboro definitely shaped who I am, for real.
Okay. So is music just always something that you wanted to do, or like what initially made you want to like start making music?
Man, me and my boy B Freezy, we grew up in a neighborhood where it wasn't really too many kids, but it was kind of like just me, him, and some other kids down the street. But me and him would kick it, and I don't know, this is during like the early Wildin' Out days.
Yeah.
Like when Cat Williams was on that shit. Like, you know, this is when like the music video channels was popping, and we just kind of fell in love with the culture, like, to be honest, at an early age. So yeah, I was just doing that, and then to the point we would print out lyrics and shit, like Yin Yang Twin lyrics.
Okay.
And then have to like hide them joints. Hide them joints from my mama, so she ain't find it. But then just one day we just decided that, yo, we gonna let's try it. Like, let's try it. So we start writing our own raps and everything.
Okay.
Yeah, that's really what got me into it.
So, growing up, like, so I'm guessing you were a big fan of like 106 in Park and like VH1, MTV.
Yeah.
They used to be dropping all the most like fire music videos back in the day. You watch them before school, after school, but then it really switched over to more of like the YouTube type era, and that's where I would catch most of my videos now.
Most of the music videos you see currently, it's almost like this hard, but this cannot be on TV. Like with everything that's going on, it's like
very borderline.
Yeah. From the guns being shown, or you know, whatever. It's like they cannot throw this on TV. But yeah, it was a different time. It was a different time for sure. So,
tell us, like, what type of kid were you coming up in Greensboro? What type of things you was getting into?
You know, I played sports. I played football and basketball, and I ain't a lot of music was just kind of shaped me. That was always, so even when I would play sports, it's like I had friends that would go hard, like, oh, I'm trying to get a scholarship. I'm like, I'm playing because it's fun, but I know what I want to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've always wanted to do that. From the time I put out my first song and people was really rocking with it, I told myself, like, yo, this is what I'm doing. And so I've really been really set on it. The older I get, you know, I'm starting to expand out and realize I have interests in other stuff. Music is definitely still my root, my base, though. So that's just kind of always what I've been into.
Okay. When it comes to listening to music, I know that there isn't really a right way to listen to music, but when it comes to like hip hop as like an art form, certain people take certain respects to different things that actually go into those crafts. So I want to say, how do you feel about like when it comes to cadences versus like the actual content of the music?
That's a great question. I would say before I would kind of be worried about, I'm trying to make this flow. On this last project, Something Gotta Give, I didn't want to waste a word. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is my time to get my message across, and each word, each line is kind of, I'm trying to make it impactful. And it's something that I do. I don't want to give away my rap sauce or how I do it, but okay, I'm gonna keep that one. But I was gonna do how I break the lines and but I'm just gonna say, just to bulk it together, really big into like syllables and shit. Okay. So syllables is kind of how I rap. I divide up the lines and so it flow better.
Okay. And what about when it comes to like parallelism or like when it comes to wordplay? How do you feel about those?
Oh man, like the type of hip hop that I grew up loving. If I could, because I would say, all right. So when I was younger, when I first started rapping, when I was like 8. My favorite rapper was probably Ludacris. Like,
Okay.
You know, Ludacris' wordplay. He's definitely underrated. But then it took. I think I had like I dug into Nas and his like all his albums and shit, and that kind of showed me like, damn, you can rap about other shit. Like it ain't got to just be women boasting. Not saying that that's all Luda talk about, but I'm saying that, yo, you can really put a message behind this joint. So yeah. So from there, I would say Nas definitely inspired me to, you know, put messages in my music.
Okay.
So that's it.
All right. So, with that being said, as an artist, how do you feel about cap rap?
You know, it happens. It happens. You know, it's rapping. You know, you're gonna exaggerate some things, but when it becomes like, okay, for example, if you rapping about shooting up the corner and shit, and you're not really doing that, but yet you're influencing somebody or the youth to, like, you know what I'm saying, do shit like that, or you rapping about popping pills and you really ain't popping them pills and people is overdosing. So when it start hurting the community, you know, I ain't really, but I mean, I understand that, you know, some people actually live that life and they just cut on the mic and speak their shit. So
yeah.
When it gets to the point, it's, you know, it's detrimental to the community. I ain't really with it.
I feel it. But all right, so you've been doing music for a while. I was just gonna say, like, when it came to that, I know that you've come across like a lot of different artists. So I was gonna say, like, do you feel like you can tell when an artist isn't being authentic?
Oh, definitely. Especially like if I know the person personally. Like, bro, I know you. I went to school with you. I know you. But you know, get your shit off. It's an art form. So, you know, I don't judge too much. It's kind of like I seen something, they had signed that little, where they trying to get it signed. I'm not sure if they did it, where you can't use like lyrics in court and shit, because at the end of the day, it's really entertainment. I mean, you see Bruce Willis kill 50 people in a movie, but like that don't mean Bruce Willis is a killer, like, right. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, for sure.
Okay. So how do you feel about writing versus punching in?
Okay, so I really like the art of it, like writing it out. Usually what I do is whenever I write something, I practice it all night or however long, to the point I memorize it. And back when I was going to the studio, I recently started recording myself, and I send the files off. But whenever I memorize it, I flow better, or, you know. And I've recently been punching in a little bit. I'll do a verse and I'll punch in just to keep like the ideas fresh, but then I'll go back and re-record the whole shit.
Okay.
You know, so that's kind of what I do.
Okay, so it's like the punch in, rough draft, get all your thoughts down, and then once you know how to say it, you're gonna go back, or how you want to say it, you're gonna go back through and do a clean copy.
Exactly.
All right, that's fresh.
And I recently just started doing that on like the last project, but I was still writing a lot of shit. But when I would go to the studio, being that I wasn't, you know, studios is time, so I'm not gonna be in there trying to get my typing and trying to get my shit together while I'm there.
Yeah.
I would try to memorize it, and then I go in the booth and lay it down, and then a lot of times the engineer be looking at me like, nigga, you freestyling? Did you just freestyle that? I said, no. Nigga, I wrote that shit a year ago. Like, so yeah.
Okay. So, bro, I met you at UNCC. So how did going to college affect your music journey?
Well, music is really what brought me out to Charlotte, because, of course, J. Cole got the story on how he was in Fayetteville and then went to New York for school. So I'm thinking like, oh man, I gotta go to a big city. I gotta go to and of course I was thinking New York, but once I seen that out of state tuition, I was like, oh shit.
You're like, reverse.
Yeah. So I was thinking like, all right, so I'm probably gonna be able to leave state. Let me go to the biggest city in the state.
Yeah.
So I was determined to, like, graduating high school, I was determined to come out to Charlotte. Whether it was I applied for UNCC, I was like, if I don't get in, I'm going to Johnson C. Smith. Like, I'm gonna be in Charlotte. So I could say freshman year, got a little. You just kind of get caught up in the college life, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's just a whole lot going on. I dropped a couple songs on SoundCloud, but I wasn't locked in like how probably should have been. Even Dada 2, I dropped that probably during the first semester that I had graduated. So like the semester after I had graduated, that's when I had put out my tape, because I was officially locked in, I guess. I do kind of regret a little bit not, you know what I'm saying, dropping tapes while I was in school, but I was fighting for my fucking life in there. I was fighting for my life.
Man, so tell us, like, we were gonna get into the hardest part of the music journey, but what was the hardest part of the college journey?
Oh man, just over the journey, I guess, probably by my sophomore year, I was kind of like, why the fuck am I here, bro? Like, why am I, like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes your interests or what you plan on doing ain't necessarily what it was when you had, like, initially started.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so I was, and I also say it on the outro, Something Gotta Give. I said, man, I thought about dropping out every day. The only thing that kept me going is the promises I made. Like, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't about to waste my parents' money. I wasn't about to waste my parents' money.
Fact.
You know, and so especially like being there 2 or 3 years, like, and then just to quit. Like,
yeah.
if I'm being dead, I'm at least gonna have that piece of paper.
Right, I gotta get that at the end.
So I thugged it out. Like I said, but oftentimes I was questioning, like, bro, why am I here? And then I kind of like distanced myself a little bit from. I kind of just got fed up with the campus life a little bit, because I mean UNCC is a great place, great. You know what I'm saying? The black community really strong together.
Close.
But yeah, some of the, I don't know, some of the niggas that was, I guess, popular or cool, I was looking at them like, bro, y'all niggas wouldn't survive at my high school. Like, y'all niggas is corny. Like, you know, I felt that way about a lot of niggas. But so I kind of distanced myself. I wasn't really too involved in shit. I was working 2 jobs at one point. I was at a restaurant and I was at Foot Locker. So yeah, that's probably one of my regrets. Just I wish I would have took more advantage of, like, being in college. But the people that were still rocking with me from UNCC, like, some of them niggas rock with me harder than niggas I grew up with. A lot of niggas I met at UNC Charlotte. Yeah, like I said, a lot of people from home, like, they watch, but it's like, you know what I'm saying, they not tuned in. Well, they tuned in, but they not supporting, if that makes sense.
It feel a little weird. Like, all right, have you ever had the feeling like people, like, they might see your content, but they never, like, comment on anything. Yeah. But when they see you in person,
niggas be the first one to watch my story.
I'm like, yo, can you feel me? Drop however you was feeling when you see me in person. Drop that in the comments so you feel me, other people can see that, and maybe they'll feel me.
The one question I hate is niggas see me and be like, yo, how the music going? Bro, tap in.
Yeah, I be like,
you tell me how it's going, nigga. What you mean? So that's something that I don't like that question. Tap in and figure it out. You tell me what's going on.
Hell yeah. So, bro, I see you take pride in lyricism, and one of your lines on "Heavy Is the Head," you say it's always something like it's a noun. So, what's the hardest bar that you ever dropped?
Oh man, I could say one and then another one will pop in my head after we leave. On Heavy As the Head also, it's a line that seems kind of basic, but I said, straight out the flame, I ain't had no cash app, I ain't had no dollar to my name, which sounds like pretty, you know, common, I guess. He ain't have a cash app, he ain't no money, but I was actually talking about, like, your name on Cash App, it start with a $, and then it's your name. So, you know, double entendre shit that I could say it one way that ain't the hardest bar on there, but that's just one that I feel like, yo, niggas not catching it. It's like niggas not catching that. So yeah, double entendres is really big, and you know, I like lines to where, you know what I'm saying, when you replay it probably the 10th time, you be like, that nigga said, oh shit. Like, you know what I'm saying, oh shit. So yeah, I definitely strive about that.
Okay. So, Something's Gotta Give. Mm-hmm. This is your first album since 2019's Dada 2.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about the growth and the evolution that you experienced as an artist from then to now.
Dada 2, man, I felt like I was just doing it. Like, I wasn't even overthinking it too hard. Like, I had been working on the project and teasing it for years. And then once I finally put it out, yeah, it was huge for me. So since then, I feel like being that I had raised the bar so high for myself, I was just constantly critiquing myself to like, yeah, I gotta top it. It gotta be better than that. It gotta be better. So I would start working on my next album or whatever, and then, you know, shit would happen. Too much time would pass by, and then next thing I know, the album turned into an EP, and then so now what I can say is, and I'm not gonna lie, the reason why it's called Something Gotta Give is because as long as I've been rapping, as long as I've been doing this, I felt like I should have got signed when I was in middle school. Like, I felt like I was that good at a young age. So for me to watch niggas interviews and niggas be iced out, living the rap life, they ask them when they start rapping. Oh, I just started 5 months ago. I'm like, damn. Like, what am I doing wrong? Like, you know what I'm saying? So
I feel it.
That's so it's kind of like, man, something gotta give. Like, something gotta give. I've been working too hard. I've been, you know, something gotta give. So I would say now, and I say that to say I kind of lost the love for it a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. But here recently, being probably in the last, I would say I probably got it back maybe last year. And at one point in time, I was writing, making songs, and I was like, yo, I fucking suck. Like, did I lose my powers? I felt like, you know, in Space Jam, when, like,
Michael Jordan
when he took his powers.
That's
That's kind of how I felt, bro. So, like, I felt like with this, I had to reteach myself to rap.
Yeah.
That's what I felt like I did. So, yeah, man, the love is back. I'm back, and I feel like I'm better than I ever been. More focused, more, like I said, I used to have lines that was just, oh, I'm just going to say this just to, oh, what that mean? Oh, it don't mean nothing. It sound good, though. Now I'm trying to, this line helped with the concept of the song. So that's what I'm doing.
Okay. So I see you got a big feature on there. Featuring Tia Kareem.
Yeah.
So tell us about that process. How did that come about?
Oh, man. So last year she was teasing it. The Baby was getting on Lotto Remix, which was kind of like her big song during that time. And I had been following her, you know, for probably about a year up until that. So I was like, yo, her stock about to go up. So I had tapped in with her, and, you know, she did the feature, and yeah, probably about, and she was actually supposed to, I think she was really supposed to blow up once the Baby hopped on it, and they did that video together, but it came out the week that he said that dumb shit at Rolling Loud.
Oh, hell.
So it kind of didn't have didn't take off from that moment like she probably should have. So I was just sitting on it, and I was like, yeah, this track gonna be on my next full length. You know what I'm saying? So, and like I said, I've had the feature since August of last year, 2021. But I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna put on no EP. I'm not gonna nah, this is going. And so here recently with her Freaky T going crazy.
Yeah.
there's not a better time than now. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So like niggas is looking like, bro, how the hell you get that feature? Bro, I've been had that feature. I've been like that. So that's kind of what I'm.
Fire.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's happening just how I knew it would for her though. Like I seen the star power that she had, and I locked in. And it's crazy what I end up paying for the feature. I was in her live not too long ago, and somebody had asked her how much for the feature, and it was way more than what I had paid. Way more. I was like, damn, I probably wouldn't have no song with her if I was doing. But yeah, no, like I said, she did a thing. She did a thing. So yeah, shout out to her.
All right. Do you see you guys working together again in the future?
I hope so. I hope so. We have to see. Shit, if I can get a video with her, like for the song, that'd be cool. But like I said, we gonna see. We gonna see.
Okay.
But that's dope though. That's like my first. Cause I usually don't make music with too many people.
Right.
If you look at my projects, I probably got 2 songs with features. Like, so for that to be, the only one on this project, no, that's huge. So yeah, shout out to her.
That's fire. So, tell us about your newest video, Him Again. Just dropped 4 days ago.
Yeah.
You feel me? How did that come about?
I knew I wanted that to be the first video. And shout out to my boy B3. He did the video, got it back to me the next day.
Okay.
Like the next day, and he said that shit. I was kind of blown away a little bit. But just the idea of I think I better talk my shit again. I knew I wanted to be in like a podcast room, like rapping and shit, and then the white screen behind me. It turned out great in my opinion. It's one of my better videos. I feel like it's definitely top 2, top 3. So yeah, I'm definitely proud of that.
Okay. Will there be any more visuals for this project?
Oh, for sure. We shot one at I had a listening party on Friday night. I was in it, but I wasn't in it. I was lit. I was definitely lit. So I know B3 he gonna make it happen, but yeah, I don't really have too much recollection of the video per se. But yeah, no, it's gonna turn out cool. Cause I was celebrating, I was happy. I had all my people there. I had some of my childhood friends there. We was celebrating. But then while we doing that, like he's also the whole time he's shooting a video, and I kind of didn't tell people that was coming that we were shooting a video because I didn't want to scare nobody. People get camera shy but once I made some punch that went crazy. Had niggas on their ass.
I'm hollering.
Had niggas on their ass.
What y'all sipping, white or brown?
It was vodka.
Clear.
It was vodka.
Okay.
But like I said, I got a little recipe that I whip up, and so yeah, niggas was on their ass. So once they had a cup or 2 of that, they was like, oh shit, video, bet, bet, yeah. So,
Turn me on.
Yeah, so it was definitely cool. So yeah, I got that, and I got a couple more videos coming.
Okay.
And with my videos, I take a lot of pride in, like, I'm not gonna say I 100% direct on my videos because I do take ideas from the cameraman, but for the most part, like I come to the cameraman with an idea, and I feel like a lot of times with rappers, or like local rappers per se, they really expect the cameraman to do it all. They show up and ask, "What you want me to do?" Nigga, what you mean? What do you want to do in this video? Or they'll just be in their living room or something, like the Chief Keef style. Which that works, but yeah, now you gotta come with an idea, man. Come with a concept. And I tell niggas all the time, bro, rapping it's not even half of it. I feel like it's less than half of it. It's how you promote yourself. It's the videos, the shit like this, like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, you gotta put y'all in it.
Okay. All right, so Danny, we done went over punching in. We done went over Something Gotta Give. Final Four. Him Again.
Yes, sir.
Visuals. What can we be expecting next from Danny the Don?
Consistency. I feel like that's something I kind of lacked back in the day. I was just too much in my head. It would just be, I would have tracks. For example, my boy Sensei 7, producer.
Yeah.
He had, it's a track that I had made on his beat. And I made this song 2-3 years ago. Excuse me. I made this song 2-3 years ago. And I wasn't going to drop it because I felt like it was outdated or whatever. And he was like, bro, let me get this shit for this little project I'm dropping. I was like, all right, bro, you got it. That shit got a star on the album. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like, bro, that wasn't even up to my par. But yeah, just being more consistent, putting more shit out, not overthinking it, consistency. So I plan on dropping early next year sometime.
And last question. So, did Tory Shoot Meg?
Oh man, we gonna see, man. It's gonna play out in court. It's gonna. I don't know. It's hard to say. But what I can say is a lot of the things that is coming out that they had said that they had left Kylie's house and she had forgot her slipper or something and they went back. Meg don't remember that. I think she was heavily intoxicated that night. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I definitely believe she got shot by somebody.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna pin on Tory. I'm not gonna say Tory didn't do it. But I think, you know, it was one of them lit nights. Like, we done had lit nights before. And I think it you know, all the details, I don't think she lying. I just think all the details ain't there. Like, you know what I'm saying? You done had one of them nights just like somebody can tell the story better than you, but you know what happened, but somebody got a more specific timeline of what happened. Like she don't remember. She said she didn't get kicked out from Kylie's crib. You know, I don't know. Like I said, it's gonna come out. I ain't gonna say whether he did or not, but we gonna see. We gonna see how it play out.
All right. Well, shit. That's how we gonna rock with it. Like, all right. So my boy Danny the Don, you done came through. Real Raw Relentless TV.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you for having me, brother.
We out.
Yes, sir.
We relentless, Nick.